And for the talk about the US midterms election, joining me live in the studio, journalist Fatma Mhenni. Thank you for accepting our humble invitation.
Thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome. Now, Fatma, you've been in the US and you have closely watched the midterm elections. How do you qualify them and what's your take on that?
So I've been 1 whole week in California and Nevada to follow the midterms election. So I saw America before and after the midterms election. Let me tell you that something struck me in the US, for instance. Donald Trump is a very liked, loved president.
That's the opposite of what we see. That's the opposite of what the media portrays him.
Exactly. Well, talking to the citizens, you can see that they really appreciate Donald Trump after all, and that also it exists different types of Republicans in America. Like you have the conservatives and you have the liberals. So this can explain how they can gain maximum of voters there in America. Second point, the gap between Republicans and Democrats is more than ever deep. Like there has always been tensions between, but this time you can feel the social tension by walking down the streets or talking to Republicans and Democrats, etc. Also, the strategies of the two parties are quite different. For instance, when I was talking to Democrats, they would say what they're gonna do to change if they were elected.
Yes.
In contrary, the Republicans would say, okay, it's because of the Democrats that this is like this. You know, for instance, in California, there is a huge gap between the classes. There is no midterm class, middle class.
Middle class, yeah.
Middle class. And because California is Democrats, they said it's because of Democrats, and they would say, they wouldn't say why, what they would do to do this, etc., etc. So the strategy of the Republicans is definitely to attack Democrats.
So basically, the Republicans attack Democrats for no reason and without providing solutions to the economy or to the country.
As journalists, we had to ask for it. They don't say it like naturally. The Democrats did. They don't even talk about Republicans. They just say, if we are elected, here's what we're going to do. So they have different strategies.
So probably the Republicans were trying to gain more votes by attacking their opponents.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you about Trump's reaction. That it has been, well, Donald Trump has ditched a number of planned activities and exhibited intense spurts of anger. Did you notice that? Since his party lost seats in the midterms, like, for instance, he attacked Macron.
He mocked France and for bringing the topic of creating a European army.
Exactly. So I think this is a strategy to show the world that he is still on top of the world, despite the fact that Republicans lost seat, that he still has control.
He did not comprehend the meaning behind losing majority in the Congress.
Well, he has been visibly angry in the media right after the midterms election. You have seen that in the press conference in the White House right after the midterms.
Clashing with the CNN reporter.
Exactly. And he also dismissed his Attorney General, Jeff
Sessions.
Exactly, and replaced him with Matthew Whitaker.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yes, that's it. And you have also noticed that Democrats have been elected and not any of Democrats, veiled women, Muslim women, has been elected for the first time.
In Congress. And now we have also the youngest one elected in Washington who could not afford Washington rent.
Definitely.
She has to wait until January to be able to move into to Washington to start her work. That reflects how millennials probably struggle financially in the US.
I think it's a big milestone in the political sphere. What's her name again? Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. I think that for them, defending Muslim Americans from a perch of Capitol Hill will be a challenge, but also reforming the community from the inside, particularly where the rights of Muslim women are concerned, will be just as hard. So we wish them good luck.
Yeah. Now, Trump, when he first became a U.S. president, he had a majority in the Senate and he had a majority in the Congress.
Yes.
Now, he would pass and introduce any bills he want because he had the majority. Now he lost the majority in the House of Representatives. Now the Democrats have the authority to investigate his tax returns and businesses plus his steps. What is your What is your take on this?
I think that, as I said, it's a big milestone. I think it's going to change the political, I think it's going to create more tensions. And I think that presidential will be, before these midterms, it was like clear that Trump would be re-elected. But now it's not that clear. Now we have doubts. Will Trump be re-elected for the next presidential? We have doubts. Probably
a Democrat. What do you think on this? Do you think that the next US president will be a Democrat?
I don't know. I really don't know. Because as I said, when I was there, the people were really départagés. Like sorry, my French always come back.
No, it's all right. No problem. I can translate.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that it's not clear because Republicans gain voters every day and Democrats gain voters every day. So yeah, it's difficult to say. We have to follow every month.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are running out of time. I wish we could talk for hours, but we're running out of time.
It's fine.
Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. It was really informative.
Much. Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this news edition. I'm your host, Mustapha. AZZOUG signing off. Thank you for watching ZAIR TV. Goodbye.